Welcome everybody to the British Esports Student Champs Nationals. My name is Boyle Royal, joined by Potter on this fine, I can't remember what day of the week it is, fine Wednesday evening. There we go. The days are all scrambled. It's almost December. I'm allowed to stop thinking about them. How are you anyway, Potter?
Where I can't wait to get into these matchups, from being on the field this time last year to being up here now in the cast booth here for the Student Champs. I just can't wait to get into the action and see some Rocket League on the field.
It's exciting times, and we have two exciting matches coming up. Our first one will be the NCL Vikings v Run Shaw Ravens, the final round of the Swiss stage, with currently the NCL Vikings being 4-1 in matches and the Runshaw Ravens being 3-2. So Vikings should be the favourites, but Ravens of course will be fighting to try and end the Swiss stage as high as possible. But Vikings have had a very good run so far, only losing a match for the first time last week against, I believe it was HSDC Storm Alton, because they've got such a long name, why not? But yeah, they lost them last week 4-2. And that'll be a team we see later on today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But all the series results have been extremely close. So we should be in for a very good matchup and hopefully some entertaining Rocket League when we do get into the action.
Yeah, certainly so. Of course, these teams fighting to try and just end as high as possible in the Swiss and get ready for the spring split where things matter even more and push to try and get to the LAN events, etc, etc. But this is, of course, a good trial ground here for a lot of the teams in winter. So wait to get into the lobby in just a moment. Now, this is the last of the Swiss stage. It will be the last of the winter split if my information is correct. So it all comes down to today and how these teams end up, especially for our second match. Of course, we'll touch on that more later on. But even for this first match here, it could be the difference between getting like maybe 3rd or 4th place or maybe something like 10th place depending on who wins and loses.
Yeah, absolutely. We were speaking about it a little bit before in the green room, that this first winter split doesn't necessarily mean too much. You get to meet your teammates for the first time, get on the field with them, because obviously you know each other in person, you're there at the same collegiate. However, not necessarily playing with each other in game, you can start to develop the chemistry links and really gear yourselves up for the latter splits of the Student Champs.
Now as we get ready to get into game number 1, I'm going to remind you all that it is all best of 7s for today as well, so plenty of Rocket League action to be had. That means 4 games must be won by whatever team comes out on top. And they'll be taking the series. We've been running a Swiss format so far. We've had 6 rounds of action, giving us great Rocket League. We have 2 teams who are yet to lose a series. We have about 5 who have lost 1, a bit more who have lost 2, and it keeps going down and down and down. And that's just how Swiss works. You get as many opportunities to play with people around your skill level as possible to have the best time possible, realistically. You don't want to be getting stomped every single game you play. You want to have these close matches, and that is the beauty of Swiss, that as the time continues, it will start to balance out. We'll start getting a lot more close matches. If people can remember back to our first Rocket League stream of the season, it was very one-sided matches just due to the fact it was very early stages of Swiss. But now, I am expecting a lot closer affairs between these teams. I'm expecting Game 7s, Game 6s even, but of course, all that matters is how they do on the pitch. Our first match, as we said, is the NCL Vikings v Runshaw Ravens. The Vikings are the favourite, but who knows what the Ravens can do. It is their last week. Maybe they'll pull out an upset.
Yeah, and as well, the thing with Collegiate Rocket League, where you necessarily know the teams. We can sit here and say, the Vikings have got a good record. The Runshaw Ravens have only got that one extra game loss. However, we don't necessarily know the individual players until we're out there on the field watching them live. We can sit here and say, yes, the Vikings, solid team. They've got the results to show for it. However, it's an individual quality which really gets we get to put that on the field.
Now we get in and underway for game number 1. A great day of Rocket League action. Over on the orange side it will be the Runshaw Ravens. Over on blue, the NCL Vikings. They're starting off things in great fashion. It is the Ravens themselves with V-Plaque in the first goal of the game and the series.
It's a great angle as well. Only 11 seconds into this game. It seems like it's going to be an absolute goal fest. I don't want to curse things early on here, but a step in the right direction for that start.
You know, to decide early on, we get introduced slowly, surely to all our players on the pitch. It's V-Plaque once again, rushing that ball upfield. Past one it will go. But it's not found. It's Tyre into the centre, saved by Joe. Attempts to get the clearance away, but denied once again. Caught at that back line. It's a big launch upfield. Joe tries to follow, but he does not have the boost to make the connection. and Vplak not getting off of this ball, controlling in the back line once again.
Carefully this one into the corner. Berkey to clear it out of the defense, gets pinned back in. Joe Linton's going to have to try and get some sort of touch onto the ball. Does so successfully. Vplak trying to touch back to own teammates. But team play coming through, chemistry really being shown here from the blue side. Joe Linton, no boost, gets onto that ball. Someone's got to be there to put the shot away. It's Berkey into the back of the net and they equalise it again.
Great passage from Joe. He had no boost to follow that up, so he had to rely on a teammate. Does exactly that with Berkey getting in centre. The unfortunate miss in defence. Leaves a wide open there for Berkey to score in, and very swiftly ties up the game on a piece.
On a piece in back, they take off one goal can really change the momentum of this series. Vplak already onto the offense. This one coming down off of the ceiling. Berkey keeping possession, got boost to work with, gets it over one tire though, claiming a free ball, looking for the backers as well. Just buying time for their teammate to respawn, but Berkey closing down the space instantly. Joe Linton now into the corner, looking for the sidewall route, trying to get it in field to a teammate. Everybody missing. Ty needs to find a touch, unable to do so, and the shot leaned off the crossbar.
Attempt. Not going to find the back. Vplak on the ball once again. No boost in the tank. Wins a great 50. An unfortunate touch for Berkey in the back to his own half, living in a very awkward position. But Vplak, the only one I really saw from the Ravens pushing up and getting involved. Tyre now left alone at net, not able to get the touch, and it's Berkeley once again to get the shot on target, find the goal from it, and punish the unsure nature of the Ravens gameplay.
Yeah, Berkey at the double, and the unsure nature, we can say that ever since that first goal went through for the Ravens, they've been on the back foot ever since. They need to get something, they need to get any kind of pressure they can to really get back in the driving seat, give themselves some confidence and try and get a goal back inside the ball.
Pass downfield, a big demo onto Berkey. Vplak trying to get on the ball, denied, instead bumped away into the net. It will just slip on in, and the defence from the Ravens is non-existent there. Joe Linton will get the goal and makes it 3-1.
It just bounces all the way and nobody wants to challenge it. Calamity was there to force it through if Tyre did go for it as well, just dunking that one into the back of the net, but it wasn't needed. 3 minutes left in this one, a 3-1 advantage in favour of this one.
Tap upfield for Joe once again. It was a good start for the Ravens, but they've not been able to replicate it. Here's Berkeley into net. It will go once more. He gets himself a hat trick. There's still 3 minutes left, and Berkeley is looking great.
They're just ramping up the pace. Berkeley's got the speed behind them. Gets it over one, gets it past his second, straight into the back of the net, and the Vikings going full charge. 4-1 up in this one. They don't look like they're losing it anytime soon.
No, they just look like they are outclassing them every touch that they take, and if that continues, it could be a very quick series. Jocks is up, the attempt to get it onto centre denied. The Vplak off to the side, and Calamity rushing on back. Control, not going to be found. The pass into centre for Tyre. Denied well by Calamity. A launch upfield could be damaging Joe Linton. He's lurking around, he's ready to pound. Pass into centre, but no one there to finish it off. The attempt from Buckley not good enough, but caught by Calamity. The attempted run upfield from the Ravens denied. Joe Linton, great save, diving on out.
First chance really since that first goal for the Ravens, weren't able to take it, and they're going to be punished for it instantly. Joe Linton on the counter-attack, straight into the back of the net, 5-1 in favour for the Vikings.
Great recovery there from Joe Linton. Lands on the sidewall, prime position to rush for that ball. Tyre left caught lacking, not fast enough in the slightest. And needs to go found once again for Joe Linton, making it 5-1. Domination for game number 1. The Vikings are punishing them to a high degree.
Every single touch is just faster than their opponents at this point for the Vikings. They're running higher all over the pitch. The Ravens need to collect themselves, try and get something on the board. But Joe Linton at this point, as long as you've got the ball, your opponents can't do anything with it. They're just running down the clock, and let them do it. Might as well. This one onto the backboard, no one coming through. It was a very awkward touch for the Vikings. Tyler coming down on the counter attack. This one onto the backboard. The Ravens still not able to get anything. Defense has been inch perfect from the Vikings, and long may it continue for their sake.
Oh, Jocks! Did not see that one coming. Follows the ball around from the pass from Vplak and gets the incredibly tight angle onto net just there. Slips it into the bar, and then it may still be a 5-2 lead for the Vikings, but at least they found one back.
It's right at the point where I'm commending the defense as well. The cast curse truly coming into full effect, but it doesn't seem like it's going to push the Vikings out of the driving seat in this one. They're just keeping the possession. Berkey now gets a chance off the side, looking for a pinch, just waits possession. That's going to be a very unfortunate own goal. Just catches Jones, I believe, so awkwardly. Gets the touch into the back of the net. Nobody's getting back to it, and they claim a 6 to the Vikings.
They had such a great last goal there, did the Ravens, to make it 5-2, but it all became meaningless as it became 6-2 from an own goal. The spam of no in chat there from Printhead Galaxy, and I do not blame them. It's Berkey upfield, attempt onto net save by V-Plaque. He's been the star player for this Ravens side, but it has not been enough in the slightest. Great game so far by the Vikings, and the series is looking very, very good for them.
It really is, but the Ravens, you think they just need to step up that little bit more. Close bump attempt there. The idea is truly coming into full effect for the Vikings. They've got so much up their sleeve, so much in the arsenal which they can pull out at any moment, but the execution's not there. But it's not as if they need it. 6 to the good, 4-0 advantage in terms of goal deficit, and the defense still looking good as ever. Jolinton, this one off the back ball. Berkey's got time and space on this one. Pops it up over one, looking for the double touch. Jolinton trying to find the angle, but ultimately comes to nothing.
Touched there by Calamity onto net. It will go once more, saved by V-Plaque, and upfield it will be sent. The time ticks on down. These shots and saves don't mean too much. It's all about preparation for game 2 and onwards. What are the Ravens going to do differently here? Because the Vikings are outclassing them in the shooting department, and they're not really having to face much in the defensive side as well. They haven't struggled too much in that back line, and in offense they have just ran circles. Also, with Berkey getting this ball upfield, not having a single save, almost gets a 5th goal to his name, but to the ground it will fall. Great win there from the Vikings. Game number 1 goes massively in their favour.
Really, really does. It's a great first showing for the Vikings. It's a step in the right direction. Best of 7s. Always a marathon run-in. It's only 1 point on the board, no matter what the scoreline is. Can be 6-2, can be 1-0. It's only that one series point. If the Ravens go into this next game with a bounce back, they claim on back, we've got a tied series, and it's anybody's game.
Again, that bounce back going to be incredibly difficult. They are not looking close right now in that first game, and of course it could just be first game jitters, but for that first game, I'll be completely honest, it would look like they were just outclassed. Simple as that. It didn't look like they had much hope against the Vikings. The Vikings looked incredibly comfortable, and the Ravens looked so awkward in a lot of their plays against them. And that's not, a bad thing from the Ravens. I think it's more just a credit to the Vikings in causing them to be so awkward and uncomfortable with their gameplay, because that's exactly what they were doing, and they've done it very, very well.
It's absolutely that. They need to get something going, try and play their own game to the Ravens. They had it in that opening second, really. 11 seconds in, they take the lead, but they just weren't able to hold it. And the more and more they allowed the Vikings to get into the game, they really got into the driving seat, and they really took advantage of all the qualities which they've got. They released them onto the field. They started to run riot. The scoreline did reflect that in the end for the Vikings, and for their sake, long may it continue here into game 2. 5 minutes back on the clock. Somebody's got to take this game, either a 2-0 advantage or a tied series comes in.
Well, game 2 getting underway. The overlay is currently getting fixed in the back room, but I can tell you for anyone new here that it's currently 1-0 in favour of the Vikings. And Berkey getting a fake on the defender that will get saved by V-Plaque, but he had to stretch for it. Calamity now rising high to the backboard, it will be sent. Waiting around is Jolinton, and Berkey trying to get involved himself. He's got plenty of boost in the tank to take it high. Flip reset, attempt perhaps, past one, no, denied and cleared away. But Berkey's not going to slow down. He's been the star player so far, and he is keeping that up. Great control with the ball, passing it in front of net, but no one able to get the shot off just yet.
It's that as well with Berkey. Slows it down when they want to. They're completely playing at their own pace, controlling the field, controlling the pace of this game to exactly how they want it to be played. Gets to play off the backboard to unleash Jolinton with a 50-50. Calamity up for this one already. The speed is too much for the Vikings. It's straight into the back of the net, continuing where they left off. 1-0 in favour of the blue side.
1-0, bound by Calamity. Jolinton in position, ready to get that kind of save, but was not needed. The attempt from V-Plaque hits off the bar into the net. It went. A good try, but not going to be enough. 1-0, the score remains. And The Ravens have got to act fast because this game slips away. It could be a very similar tale to what we saw in our first one.
Puts in on this one, just gets deleted out of the play. 50-50 is coming through. Calamity coming out the winner, unleashes Joe Linton. Calamity wreaking havoc on the backline, but Jokes with a great save. Not quite sure how they're able to get to that one, but it keeps the Ravens in this one. But all they need is one chance, one opportunity to get the confidence back in the veins, to get themselves flowing once more as Joe Linton pops it up. The Vikings don't want to give them any chance, any pressure. Berkey, this one onto the crossbar. Calamity trying to force it through. The pressure's there for the Vikings, but no end product just yet.
It feels like bullying here from the Vikings. They're just passing the ball around in front of net, taking these shots constantly, and if it gets saved, like it did just there, the rest of the Viking players are already in position to follow up. That's the first big mistake, but it will be bailed out by Joe Linton. Calamity missing out. A shot onto net, just going to travel wide by V-Plat. Calamity gets faked out with a slow shot by Jocks. I don't know if it was intentional, but it works out wonders because it's 1-1 the scoreline of a great play from Jocks.
Really was. Calamity expected a better shot, you can say, but it was inched to perfection from Jokes. Put all the pace off of that ball, and as you say, Joe Linton bailed them out, but only so far. The counter-attack came straight through. The pressure was looming, and the Ravens equalised the game.
Up to the side. Caught well. Jocks into centre in front of his own net. He had a great goal there, but he's got to be careful he doesn't cost his team one. That's rising high. Can Tyre make it in time? He's coming up the roof of the net, but he's absolutely fluffed it. Joe Linton is wide open, and of course it's going to be a goal.
Of course it is. You get gifts on a plate like this very irregularly. Christmas is coming up soon, but still a month away. Joe Linton claims that one from underneath the tree, puts it into the back of the net. They take the lead once more.
He does not miss those. It's a wide open net. Big blunder in the defensive side there from the Ravens. They'll be unhappy about that one, but they're going to have to try and find a goal back. That's just to get a tied up game. They've got even more to do if they want to win it. Off to the side, V-Plat, big bump on Joe Linton. Been a bit more quiet this game. I need to see more from him on the offense if the Ravens want to have a chance. He is there, in my eyes, best player so far. And it really decides on how well he can perform here.
Berkey, this one into the defensive corner right side for the Ravens. It's just pinched straight back at the goal. V-Plack has to come back and make a save. Been doing all the work on defense, but nothing to show for it offensive-wise. V-Plack again trying to get it into the centre, but it's pinched downfield once more back to where they came from. The Ravens going to have to regroup and go again once more, pick up the pieces in this right corner. It seems as if we've never left it. Tyre just gets intercepted from Joe Linton. This one off the ceiling. Calamity's there to put it into the corner once more, looking for the second touch infield. No hit to be found. Burke comes up for it. This one onto the back board. Joe Linton's shot is off the post. We think that's the chance to make it a 2-0 advantage.
Incredibly close, but narrowly missing out. Off to the side, V-Plat can't make the follow. Burkett, good control. Off to the side it will go once again. V-Plat tries to get that ball upfield and away, but denial is all that he will face. To Tyre, and in the connection here is V-Plat. I want to see a lot from him, but Joe Linton not allowing that to happen. Might just have the goal in as well. Helped by the enemy, but it does sing on in. 3-1 it will go. Another goal found for the Vikings.
Joe Linton there, got the protractor out, realised it was already dropping in, got a faint ghost touch on it just to knock it down that little bit more, but it was already in the back of the net. Defenders couldn't do anything about it because Joe Linton was there to force it through anyways. Practically 3-1 advantage. Joe Linton looking for the double tap, looking for the angle, unable to find it this time around, but quality still coming through from the Vikings.
Oh, big misser from Tyre. Burke is here to punish. Pass into centre. A 3-1 scoreline could very quickly become 4. Calamity can't make the follow, but it's Tyre looking for a clearance. Unable to find the reset, needs help from a teammate perhaps, so he'll go high past one. Passes their centre. Oh, the connection not found though. That has to be made. That could have been a goal, but another chance missed out upon for the Ravens.
Black, no touch to be found. They need to try and get something soon if they want any chance of coming back in this game. Jokes has to find the touch, gets it through to Tyre. V-Plex there looking for their pre-flip shot. This one off the crossbar, and that would have given them all the confidence in the world to come back and get this one, but V-Plex up this one once more. Calamity to deny it. Comes down to awkwardly off the ceiling. Berkey, great touch. It's an awkward touch. Can allow Jokes a shot, but it's off the crossbar. Saved anyway by Berkey, just in case the crossbar wasn't enough to deal with that shot. Linton pops it up, and as time keeps ticking down, you think the Vikings posed and ready to take game 2.
Clock ticks on down. The game will be going the way of the Vikings. 3-1, 4-1, or 3-2, it does not matter. Game number 2 is theirs, and they head 2-0 up in match point. And not in match point, sorry, they're 2 in the series, almost match point next game if they win it.
Been a dominant showing from the Vikings so far, and I said last game, long may it continue. It's going very, very well in their favour. The quality is there, although they're not putting every single chance away. All the pressure is practically theirs. They've got most possession of the ball, and when chances do come, eventually they're able to break the seal of the Ravens defense and get the ball in the net. We've seen some great solo plays as well. We saw the Joe Linton goal at the end where it just drops in. They know it's already in the back of the net, can just allow it to float into the back of the net. They get the goal, they get the advantage, and rightfully so, they're up 2-0 in the series.
And that game may have been closer, but they still looked just as comfortable. All what really happened differently is that the Ravens were playing a little bit better themselves, but even still the Vikings looked confident, they looked comfortable in what they were doing, and they done it well. They're on track for a 4-0 sweep here. They keep this up, I would not be surprised in the slightest. 2-0 the series score currently. If game 3 goes their way, I'm calling it, it's going to be a 4-0. I don't think Ravens win a game back if they lose this one.
As well, if you want to look at improvements from the Ravens, we saw game 1 was a 6-2 scoreline in favour for the Vikings. Last time around they halved it, 3-1. Could they potentially halve it by more? We'd have to see come the end of this game.
Yeah, but this time what's it going to be, 1.5 to 0.5 to me. Don't know how they're going to get the half goals going, but they can find a way that would be sublime. We've got an overlay up and working now. You can see that beautiful series score indicator on the top of your screen. You see the Vikings currently 2-0 up in the series, and if things keep up the way they are, it might very quickly become 3.
Look at that pop-up from Berkey. The team play truly coming through. Berkey onto the back door. Joe Linton looked for their shot. Calamity there to scramble it home. The Vikings up 1-0 again.
1-0 for the Vikings. Everyone getting involved in that play is exactly what you want to see. Now it's Calamity to the ceiling, can't make that connection. With Burkett to the side, he's got a teammate waiting centre. His name is Joe Linton. The ball narrowly misses out, almost landing on the top of his car. Everyone's diving past this ball. It's like a water aerobics routine. Saved by Burkett finally, as he gets that connection now. But the pass back into centre. It's a good chance for the Ravens, but barely going to miss out. It bounced off the bar. George could not find the finishing touch, and Joe Linton gets that ball upfield.
So unfortunate to see. When we've been speaking about the Ravens, it's quite clear to see they haven't had too many opportunities. So the opportunities like that, golden ones, they need to take. We need to get them just under the crossbar, because otherwise it could come back to bite them from the latter stages of this game. This one, you think they really need to win, get themselves on the board, get a chance to come back into the series. But if this one gets away from you, it could be all over.
Calamity chasing that ball. The Tigers get the chase Calamity back. Good demo there. And here comes Joe Linton. He's getting very involved, and he might have just found a great angle. Saved by V-Plaque just in the nick of time. Back in the centre by Burkey. Shut down for just a moment. Joe Linton to catch, Joe Linton to get involved. He is doing everything he can to try and win this game, but this shot's getting saved and saved and saved some more. Back to Burkey it will go, with great control in the back line. He is not scared of a shot coming out. Instead, a counter-attack found off the back of Joe Linton.
Popped up off the sidewall. Berkey's there. Berkey, can they find the goal? But V-Plague, the golden save, gets back once more for the Ravens. Keeps them in it. Lifeline's being taken away from the side of the Ravens, but somehow it stays as a 1-0 game. But they need to come back and get something on the board soon enough. It's a shot on from Ty. Calamity there to save. The Vikings defense just has not been tested enough.
Fortunately for the Ravens, it's not a matter of most saves win, but if it was, they would certainly be in the lead. Great performance in the back line by B-Plaque, but they've got to develop that offense as well. Left alone is B-Plaque, but off the respawn it's Jock, sent upfield. B-Plaque can't make that connection. Could Burkey interject off the backboard, pass down. Here's Calamity to the bar, but saved away, and Jock's upfield. Joe Linton, he's not giving him time on the ball, Potter. Every time I see a Raven player near that ball, Joe Linton is diving by, getting a touch of his own.
And why not? It's working out for the Vikings. Ink perfection. They're giving them no space, as we've been saying, no opportunities for them even to try and get themselves on the ball. But V-Pack needs to create something out of nothing here. Joe Linton there, like you say, any little pause, any break, Joe Linton's there to snipe it off the top of your car tyre. Infield to V-Pack. Can they find the shot? Yes, they can, but Berkey's there with an even better save than that.
In terms of actual quality, this has been a way better game than game 1 and 2. Both teams are playing a lot better in defence, especially for the Ravens, and in offence as well. they've had a good few chances really having to make the Vikings stretch for it, but it's still not been enough, and that's the scary part, Potter. Even now playing at the best they have all series, it's still not enough to take down the Vikings, because the Vikings have also only improved. It's a good chance, but it travels wide, and Jox to B-Plat now will lay it off, but Calamity, a big launch up, feels his tire on his lonesome. He has to play this carefully on the backboard, great control, great idea, but a teammate hunting for one. Jox will finally be found, but can he make anything of it?
As you say, the Ravens started to take it up in the gears. The Vikings can just do that as well. You think the Ravens is coming into it. The Vikings can always take it up that one step more. Berkey infield looking for Joe Linton. Tied there to intercept Fancy. The last gasp touch is able to find a minute left in this one. You think time is starting to tick out. Berkey, one more goal to get it off here in favour for the Vikings. Finds the angle just under the crossbar. Mere margins separating these two sides from one more goal in this game.
Joe Linton following that off the backboard, cannot find the shot once again. Big save it will be. B-Plat. Got by Berkey. Follow-up touch not found. But down the ball will fall. Jox 50-50 with Calamity denied. Berkey to push it upfield, run down the clock, 20 seconds left, and game 3 will be there, so he'll head to match point. Big save by Jox, he's going to send this one upfield. Denied by Calamity, in front of net it will lie. 10 seconds left to go. It's a chance for the Ravens if they can push this one long, but they are denied again by the Vikings players, not even allowing it to enter their half. As it rolls on round the corner, it lingers in front of net. They have to keep this ball high, but they cannot succeed. A great win there for the Vikings. They take game 3 and send themselves to match point.
Yeah, they do. Once again, it's a very closely heated affair. We thought it would be this way come the latter stages of this series, but was not meant to be for the Ravens. The match point, as you say, in favour for the Vikings. Whether you want to call that a hard game or not, I don't know, but the scoreline's still getting lesser and lesser each time. Improvements being made from the Ravens. You think the Vikings need to step up to that one final level just to close out the series?
Well, it's the approach game number 4. What are you thinking, Potter? Do you think it'll be a 4-0, or do you think that the Ravens can find one back? Because it was their best game yet. They have been improving, but so too the Vikings, and that's the difficult part here. The Vikings look so good in that third game that I don't know if the Ravens can bring it back.
I mean, I think we've definitely got a close game on our hands, whichever way that'll fall.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it at the past games, we've got a 3-0 lead in favour of the Vikings. Yes, they can be close games, and the same team can come out on top time and time again. The Vikings could well just do that here, but the Ravens, you think for the series which they've had, they haven't necessarily played bad. They've just been outclassed by the Vikings. They're starting to grow into the series now. They're starting to really show what they are capable of, and I think they might just nick one here, boy.
Well, we'll see if you are right as we get ready for game number 4. The Vikings up 3-0, currently sitting at match point. The Raven, we're not even talking about them getting a reverse sweep right now. We're just talking about them winning a game. A tough task either way. They got 2 goals in game 1, 1 goal in game 2, 0 in game 3. What can they do in game 4? Because they can't reach the negatives, so they can't go any lower. B-Plat early on want to try and get something off the board, but the flip reset will not be found. Set into centre and clear for the Vikings. They might start off with a bang. It's Berkey onto net with a big save from B-Plat. He runs the length of the field to make that one in time.
B-Plat, the underrated hero in this series, I must say, has always been there in the defence. Tyre trying to come through and break one through the defensive boundary of the Vikings, just unable to do so as Berkey sends it down the right-hand flank once more. Joe Linton there looking for Calamity infield. We've got a change. We've got Princess Galaxy now onto the field. Substitution, potentially the one there to close out for the Vikings.
Just Galaxy coming in, and NCL, Vikings, they're not slowing down either way. It's Joe Linton with a pass off from Berkey. Great play early on. Really makes Ravens have to scramble because they can't only win off of 1 goal, they need to score more.
I think as well, going back into the previous results of this series, the last game was the only game where the Ravens haven't scored, yet it was the closest game we've had in this series. You really don't know where this game could go by the end of this 5 minutes. As Berkey up to this one, pops it up high once more, looking to get it down to a teammate, finds a very awkward touch. Princess Galaxy can now be unleashed with a shot short set to deny, gets one more touch over 2 players, can unleash B-Plat now, picks up the misses, looking for Tyre infield, but the pass cut out by Princess Galaxy just in time for it to be unleashed.
Back to Berkey now, shot on to net, saved by B-Plat. I've said it time and time again, the Ravens are going to win a game that's going to be off the back of B-Plat. He has been their star player all throughout today. but not able to do enough. Berkey's up, Berkey to follow. The touch on down, Princess Galaxy almost finding that touch in time. The shot from Berkey itself almost went in straight up, but nevertheless it remains 1-0, and Joe Linton a free shot onto net, saved by V-Plack. Of course it's V-Plack saving it. 3 saves already to his name.
Tyre turns in onto this one, gets bumped awkwardly, but the touch still made. Hit over to the left-hand flank now. Tyre with full boost gets one touch, couldn't find a second to get it onto the backboard as Berkey intercepts. Jokes now looking for Tyre onto the right-hand side. Tyre opts to leave that one away. Sees the player already coming through for the Vikings. Respects that Tyre. Touchdown. Potentially back to teammates. An awkward touch. Maybe not the hit they would have wanted. V-Plack has to deal with the consequences of that and does so successfully as Jokes one touch. It's an open net for Joe Linton. I'm not quite sure how that has happened. A breach in rotation. Joe Linton capitalises the Vikings up 2-0.
An unfortunate play here because V-Plack is going for boost and he does not expect Jokes' touch to go so unfavourably. If V-Plack, was in a better position here, he could have easily made that save, but the Jokes touch has caught him off guard. Lets that one slip on in. Joe Linton gets himself another goal on the board. 2-0 now for the Vikings. Potter, it looks like it's going to be a 4-0, I'll be honest.
It seems like it's going to be that way, Boyo, but anything can happen in the game of Rocket League. We've seen it time and time before. Princess Galaxy looking to add a third. This one coming off of a corner. Tyre, no boost, is going to have to force a 50-50 here with Berkey. Sends it downfield just that little bit more. It's all quick plays coming through. Princess Galaxy finally able to be unleashed, but no boost found. Joe Linton just going to send it into the back of the net, but V-Plack there once more, the unsung hero, as I've been saying, they're always in the nick of time, and the defense is there once more. I'm not quite sure how they keep doing it, how they've got the boost to keep recovering, and it seems as soon as they're out of the play in defense, it's when the Ravens concede.
V-Plack, you clone himself, he'll be doing great in offense and defense. Another save to his name. He is going for a Saviour of the Season medal. I don't think it exists for this, but if it does, he's definitely going to be earning it. Another save found again, this time here from Tyre. That is a credit, of course, to how many shots the Vikings are taking. Look at that, 7 saves for V-Plack already. That's one saved by Princess Galaxy. Here comes Tyre. Flip reset. He can follow. And the Ravens, we have a game on our hands.
Tyre, flip reset, double tap. That's one way to get yourselves on the ball. That's one way to think, hey guys, come on, we've got this. We've got a chance. We can take at least a game here and then keep taking it one at a time. They've got 1 minute 44 seconds left to respond. Boyo, do you think they're able to do it?
Still got my doubts, but some hope has been regained. V-Plack can push that ball upfield alongside Jokes around the back wall. It's Burkett. Taking his time, he's got no boost, so he has to take that time. Joe Linton perfectly positioned to receive. Princess Galaxy lingers around, can't find the touch as V-Plack to rush it upfield instead. 1-on-1 against Burkey on the back wall. Burkey avoids a bump, avoids a demo, must stay upfield. Tyre has to catch it, will do so just in time. The clock keeps on ticking down though, and the Vikings are hunting for another goal potentially to secure it.
2 players go, leaves Jokes in no position, can only get 1 touch off the corner to delay the pressure. For now, all Berkey needs to do is delay time. They do that successfully here, just knocking seconds off of the clock. Princess Galaxy touch upfield. This is the time for the Ravens to break. Tyre bringing it upfield, looking for the reset, nothing doing. Berkey now to pop this one up. They're just going to sit here in the air for as long as time can let them. V-Plack gets the save once more. Tyre into the corner, it's pinched away. Princess Galaxy again up into the ceiling. 40 seconds remain. Joe Linton can't find the shot. That one would have put the nail in the coffin here for the Ravens.
Ball drops down to centre. Here it comes. A shot attempt denied once again. It's Jokes upfield, saved by Burkey. Off the ceiling, it'll bounce on down. Follow-up touch could be perfect. And Burkey to make it free. And the Vikings have just secured it.
It seems if they has, and what a goal to secure it with. Double tap into the top corner. V-Plack been pulling heroics all series long, unable to find one where they need it the most. 24 seconds remain. As you say, Boyo, I think they might have just done it.
That might have just been the winner. Jokes to catch upfield to Tyre. The pass back to V-Plack. One last ditch effort for a shot on net, but it will be denied by Burkey, waiting on that back wall. The clock ticks on down. The Vikings have a sigh of relief as they found their 4-0 sweep. And in dominant fashion, they'll end their season off in a big win. My oh my, Potter. What a performance it was from the Vikings. Unfortunate for the Ravens because they did look really good, especially in game 3 and 4. But the Vikings, they just looked better. Simple as that.
So exactly that, and I believe it's going to be the Ravens at a 3-3 record now. Vikings at a 5-2, and phenomenal Rocket League all round from both teams.
Phenomenal Rocket League, of course, and we've got more phenomenal Rocket League coming up very, very soon. So, stick around, because after the break we're going to have our top 2 teams facing off against each other. That is HSDC Storm Alton against York College. We've got another Vikings actually, we've got York College Vikings Ariel coming up next as well. So stick around after the break, we'll see you very, very soon. Welcome back, everybody. My name is still the Boy Royal, and I'm still joined by Potter as we get into our second and final match of the day, our final match of the Swift stage of a whole. And Potter, it is a match between the top two teams, HSDC Storm Alton against York College Vikings.
Yep, these two teams both 5-0, both undefeated. One of them has to lose. We saw an 0-4 in the last series. This time around, we mentioned it very, very briefly together in the green room. But if anything is a best of 7 on paper going to that game 7, it's got to be this series.
I mean, I can only imagine, looking at the quality of these two teams. I'm not going to call them HSDC Storm Alton the whole time. I'm just going to call them Storm. No, I'm going to call them Alton. Let's call them Alton this whole time because I can't be bothered reading out the rest of the part. Alton have lost 6 games individually so far, having won 20. And the Vikings, another Vikings team, have lost 7 games in total, having won 20 as well. So they are as evenly matched as can be. Only 1 game difference between them over the whole 5 rounds of Swiss that have already been played. So I can only expect close things between them.
Exactly that. We've got a first versus second. I believe whoever wins this series does clinch that first place, and both these teams want it to be them. Dragon Ride's on the corner. We said before, this winter split doesn't necessarily mean too much, but you do get the team cohesion. You get to see where you stand in amongst other colleges across the UK, and both these teams want it to be them come the end of the series.
Now, with game 1 getting underway, of course, just like our earlier series, a best of 7. So plenty of Rocket League to be played. Also on the blue, the Vikings over on the orange side. Flo and Corby just pushing upfield together. Big double commit, and net takes out the last defender. Alpha scrambles in, but he's not even going to get a touch of the ball because Sellars wants it instead. A big launch upfield going to be saved by Corby. Needs some help by RRX to get that away. Not going to be successful just yet, but Corby finally gets it long.
Corby playing in the beloved Merc. This one cleared away though, however, across the backboard. Double RX gets a pop into the centre, flows there looking for the side read. It's cleared away, however. Corby there once more. Shot over to that right hand side. It's dealt with well by the defence of the orange side as well. This one though bouncing up off the series. RX has to deal with it and does so successfully.
Control, slips it past one into centre for Flo. This shot travels wide, barely missing out in the first goal of the game for Alton there. But here's Sellars, great control, dribbling all the way upfield, finally challenged by Flo, but Sellars staying on that ball. Greedy perhaps, as I don't see Sellars leave that ball alone for just any moment. IP really going to find the save, and a follow-up touch not found. RRX will break that deadlock and find the first goal of the series.
IP3 found the save, but ultimately just gave up a free goal for RX, found the top corner, slotted it in successfully, and Storm opened the scoring. They're up 1-0 in this game 1.
1-0 start, game number 1. Any lead that they can find for both of these teams is vitally important. Halfbacks into centre, could be an equaliser. Not going to be found just yet. We saw in our last series the Ravens were actually the first to score in the series. They couldn't bounce back ever from there. Corby, get that pass off the Flo, not connected. RRX in a good position, shot going to be saved. Out to the corner now, Flo to follow. Looking for a teammate to pass to, but can't make that connection. Great catch in the bottom there. IP Freely trying to get that ball long to Demo instead, and the ball sent high. IP Freely hunting for Demo's. Flo will barely avoid that one, great bit of work. But we set in his own half and to get that ball away. We'll do exactly that. RRX cannot make the connection though, and remain 1-0.
The ideas of their passing lanes are definitely coming through for Storm. However, nothing showing, no second goal for them just yet as RX gets it past 2. Corby's there for it. Corby's up for the shot with the defender as well by the Vikings. They're starting to get into a good little bit. They're putting back on defense at the moment. See what they're trying to do is really pop the RX away from RX. They're going to have to scramble back to defend their own issues now as this one pinched away in favour for the Vikings. Sellars up for it, but again, possession just being wasted away. Corby shot on, shot into the back of the net, 2-0 advantage, they double their lead.
The power of the Merc here from Corby. Going all the way all by himself, doesn't need anyone's help. Just slots that in nice and cleanly, makes it 2-0 for the Alton side. Well, 2 minutes left to go in a great position to be in for game number 1.
It truly is, and they're going to thrive upon it as much as they can. Double RX onto the backboard once more. It's cleared away. However, by the Vikings, they're going to need to try and find something. They haven't had any offense really in this game. Nothing to show for it. Their defense has looked okay. However, when all the pressure is going against you, it's bound to break through. It's Flo with the pre-jump onto the backboard. Corby there to try and finish it off. The play's truly coming through. They're having fun with it. Oh, the Storm side.
Here's Sellars now. Trying to find something inside of the Vikings, but still getting denied at the last moment. Upfield it will be sent. Flo. Pass to RRX. Corby. Big man in the Merc going to send that one high to RRX. Flo is up for it. Flows into centre. RRX is up. He tries to get the redirect. But great save by Sellars to keep that one away. Upfield now by Alphax. It's onto the backboard. Needs some help for the side of Flo. A bad touch means that Sellars in a prime position. But Corby is quick to bail him out.
Alphax again into the centre. Nobody home other than Flo to clear it away straight back where it came from. Corby can't find the touch. Going to have to try and get back to this one. Double RX goes instead. Alphax to clear it away. They've got a minute remaining and still ball the opposite end of to where they want it to be. Sellars driving it forward now, looking for the flick. Sellars opts to go under, trying to get freely through, trying to allow them to get the shot. Angles are 50-50 that way, but nothing doing. Flo looking for the double tap. Sidewell Reed gets it on target. It is phenomenal from Flo.
Great work from Flo. Beautiful pass from RRX, and Flo just controls that so cleanly. An amazing redirect makes it 3-0, and Alton are looking incredible.
They truly are. The scoreline reflects that. 40 seconds left to go here in game 1. We've got an idea of where the series point is going to be headed as this one banged away back where it came from. Sellars to pick up the pieces, trying to find somebody in field, opts to go alone, gets bumped off the ball. It's just going to drop in anyway. Everybody confused from the bump, I believe, which came through. Didn't have any effect on the ball's trajectory, and Vikings, they get one back.
Good goal there for the Vikings, but maybe too little too late with 26 seconds left to go. They've had to have a miracle if they want to win game number 1. 2 goals needed just to send it to overtime. The kickoff does go favourably for them, so it is the right start they need. The shot travelling wide, saved and cleared away. Not looking good here for the Vikings. Looks like it'll be an Alton game 1 win. Chance was really the only one they had left. Cleared away off to the side.
All the work done in regulation. Double RX just looking for the psycho clearance onto that one. Nothing doing. However, the ball stays up, but the clock hits down to 0, and we have Storm taking game 1 in this best of 7.
Great game 1 win for the Alton side. They look convincing. They look strongly, having one hiccup at the end of it, but can't complain about how they performed. They looked very good. They were very clean. And the Vikings, they had a bit of a comeback towards the end, starting to develop, but I need to see more from them.
It's exactly that. This series can truly go anywhere, and game 2 is going to be an important one for both teams. You win it, you go 2-0 up. You lose it and you're back at a tied game. Game 3 then becomes the most important ahead of us here. You think this next one, the Vikings really need to get themselves at least a closer game here. They weren't necessarily in a great spot in the actual 5 minutes which we had. It was all predominantly Storm. They went 3-0 up. They got one back at the end, did the Vikings, but they need to be off here from the front.
Well, game number 2. As you mentioned, the Vikings want a flying ahead start. Control of the ball in their back half. It's not the best position to be in. Flo going to try and get a great redirect again into centre. It might just fall in from RRX off the corner of the net. It will bounce on away. And Alpha trying to get it clear. There's a bit of a scramble there from the Viking, not really sure where they are sending it. Corbett in the Merc, caught out of position. RRX has to rush on back. Will find the touch in time, but it's still awkward. They finally send it long and away. Flo chasing that ball upfield. Has a good chance to take it to net. Takes it low, saved and cleared away by IP Freely.
Sellars shot on net, denied away by Double RX as Corby finds the clearance away. Alphax coming down now, turns in field, flicks it past Corby. Flo now trying to pick up possession, gets demoed instead by Sellars. Corby up for this one. RX already pre-jumping the pass in field. We really have been seeing this blue side just have fun trying to get creative with the goals which are scoring, and credit to them because sometimes they've been able to pull it off as well. As I'd really looking for touch in field, no hit found at all, just kind of waste away the possession. RX looking for somebody over that right hand side. Flo was there, but Flo also the last man just opts for Sellars to have the shot, able to get back to the save and keep us at a stalemate.
To the side now, here's Flo. The pass over to Corby. Good catch, the follow-up field. Corby cannot make that connection. Off the backboard it will go. Caught by RRX and away it will go. 90 seconds off the clock and it's posted in at high once more. Alton still keeping this game tied. They won game 1, they won game 2 as well. But they're going to have to work a little bit harder because the Vikings are only getting better.
Exactly that, the Vikings starting to ramp it up, and you think you need to put them back in their place, pen them back, take a goal when you can. This one onto the backboard. Corby trying to allow the shot to come through for Flo, pops it up onto the backboard once more. Corby's up for it, but so are 2 Viking defenders to make sure nothing comes of that play, but it's sent back where it came from. Sellars to send it back even further. Ping pong truly coming into full fruition and slope across onto their own backboard, back up to double RX, looking for their teammate, but free possession again for Vikings to take capitalize of the slope. No touch bounce, awkward plays coming through, but Flo emerges with possession, emerges with a flip reset as well. Sellars the backdoor defense. We've got 2 teams playing a really defensive game, and it's working out. The scoreline reflects it.
Corby going backwards for quite some time there, but he'll get that ball away. Good win by RRX. Needs some help from a teammate though. Flo off to the side. Let's try and play it off the demo. Here's Corby waiting. Has Corby ever actually faced the ball? Wait a minute. I feel like every time I've seen Corby, they've been driving backwards. I'm going to keep an eye on Corby here. I don't think they've faced ball. They're reversing the whole game. Potter, you see?
To see whether or not Corby has actually been facing the ball. I'm yet to see it, but Sellars, one thing which I have seen, they've been able to put the ball in the back of the net.
I am in such I'm not even acknowledging that goal because I'm in such disbelief over Corby. I am convinced that this game he's just been going backwards. He'll get boosted now. He might play normally now. Yeah, he's playing normally now. But I swear I didn't see him drive forward once for the first 3 minutes. Maybe someone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he drove forward. Either way, it's not worked out well for Alton. They are getting punished because the Vikings are now 2-0 up.
What you're saying is true. It's a huge act of complacency coming out from Storm, and it's coming back to bite them. The Vikings, as you said, now find themselves 2-0 up. Sellars at the double to get them there. They've got a minute 46 left to close out this game and get this series tied up.
Yeah, getting punished for being so blasé, if that is the truth. And now the Alton side, for a game where they very much could have won, or having to come back from a 2-0 deficit. Still winnable, of course, but certainly going to be a difficult task. Corby into centre, saved by Freely. A pass again from RRX. He's Flo launching that ball to the back of the net. Full pelt. Great goal. Found one back.
RRX, great infield pass as well. Nobody getting close to that one other than Flo to put it into the top left corner. Time on the clock for them to equalise. This is where they're going to start ramping up the pressure. They're going to create the chances and hopefully score them.
It's upfield. RRX can't make the connection, but here's Alpha. Diving past that ball. Flo off to the side. The follow-up from Sellars. To the backboard, it's Corby. Passes there to Flo. Down field it will go once again. The denial there from the Vikings. Corby having to rush back to net. It's Flo off the backboard, can't make the connection. Corby dives past that ball as well. Sellars left alone to deal with it himself. Passes there to centre. Shot saved as well. Flo off the corner. The pass into centre. Is anyone there for the shot? No, not in time.
Another time it's going to come back around for game 2. Flo to clear it away, looking for the reset here. Gets it, can't get it past Sellars. However, really to get the touch over Corby, just delaying time here. Pops onto Corby's car. It's incredibly awkward in the corner for Storm. It pops up into the centre. No one's going to be there other than double RX to clear it away. Flows up for it to pop it back to their teammate. Both of them wanted to take possession. Both of them wanted to create something out of nothing here. Corby looks for the far post, unable to get the shot on target, and with 20 seconds left, you think Vikings surely in the driving seat. Sell to confirm it, finds the hat-trick, finds the third for Vikings, and I believe Boyo, who's got a tight series, come to get to this game.
Oh, 100%. There's not a chance to come back now. 3-1 for the Vikings. 15 seconds left. Looks like we'll have a tied-up series, and once again, I'm not 100% certain that for the first half of the game, Corby was only driving backwards, but if that is the case, then That's such a disappointing way to lose this game because of that complacency.
It's exactly that. However, we're back at a tied series, exactly where we started. This turns now into a best of 5. You can take it just as a best of 5. The first 2 games you can completely ignore. But where do you think the series goes from here?
I mean, I still do favour Alton in this, as long as we don't consistently be complacent here, because I do still think they are a better squad and got punished because of perhaps complacency. But Vikings have certainly given me some faith in them and that they can clutch up and really push even further. As we get ready for game number 3, it's a matter of how this game goes for me. If Alton can bring it back and get their heads back in the game and win this one again, I do have the confidence that they'll win the series. If Vikings can roll off of that last game win and keep spiralling it kind of ahead and ahead and getting better and better, I think they can push momentum ahead and take the series.
Absolutely that, but Corby, with the card changes, we've seen the experimental plays coming out from Storm. We've got the experimental card preset as well, it seems. There's a shot on target, double RX to clear it away. We're back into the action exactly where we left off.
Corbett denied well, chasing that ball upfield. Turn to the corner it will go. A pass into centre where no one to connect upon. Big 50-50 win there for the Vikings side. But we are RX to pass it back to Flo. He's already pre-jumping it, but a great pre-jump instead from Sellars. The dunk of a lifetime. Gets a great goal for the Vikings.
It's a great level of intellect coming out from Sellars, truly being the talisman for this Viking side so far. Puts him into the lead once more. And we've had confirmation, Boyer, that Corby was driving backwards for that last game.
That is crazy, and a fully deserved loss in my eyes then. You're going to have that complacency, especially in the final match of the split, the match for first place, and you got to be playing your A game. They got punished for it, and now if they keep getting punished, it's only well deserved at this stage. A big launch up, you're going to be caught back by Sellars. Over to Freely, not connected upon, but Sellars goes solo, but great save from RRX. Needs a launch up field. Corby is now out of the Merc into a... I don't know the name of that. I can't keep up with the card names at this stage, I can't remember. Anyway, upfield from Flo, denied. RRX needs some help. None will be found.
Well, Corby in whatever machine it is, driving forwards, RX with an awkward touch back through and defensive quarters. Sellers is going to be there to chase it, maybe try and turn, transition in for an infield pass. Flow now take up possession, send it down their right hand flank. He's got a little bit of boost to work, but pinches it off the back or potentially back to double RX. The shot is on target. Sellers can't keep it out, tries to take all the pace off of the ball, and somehow that's ended up in the back of the net. We've got a tie game.
Good shot there from RRX, just catching out the defense as they all triple commit towards them. 1-1 scoreline, all tied up, only 80 seconds gone on a bye. Can Alton keep this up and win another one to take the lead? And it'll be Vikings in the lead once again.
Really, just touch this one across. It's a 1v1 situation between Sellars and RRX. Sellars opts to go under, but RRX, the curb stomp, they are gets an amazing touch just to deny, kill all the pace, send it forward, Flow shot. It's going to come down off of the corner. Corby now to try and take up the pieces, but allows Freely to get a touch onto it, sending it down this right hand flank in favour for the Vikings. Sellars, the shot is awkward, it pops over the crossbar by double RX. Back to where it came from. We're going to start again from point 0. RX just chasing this ball. We saw a lot of Joe Linton just chasing down empty opportunities in the last series. RX really seems to be that player here for score.
Off to the backboard now. Flow denied. A launch up field would have been needed here for the Vikings. A bit slow on it, but they do get it high and long. Sellars, the defense, where are they? It's an open net, and of course it's a goal.
Of course it is. Defensive blunders, defensive demos as well. I'm not quite sure what happened in that corner. I believe Flo tried to get boosted and ran into their teammate who was respawning. Something along those lines. Or there was a double commit somewhere. However, the main point we can confirm for definite is that the Vikings are 2-1 up in this game.
100% 2-1 up. The question is, will that 100% stand? The team of the side of Blue, Alton, hunting for an equaliser. Off the post, it'll bounce away freely. A sigh of relief as the save not found at first, but the follow-up one will be Corby on the side. Will can't make the connection pass over to the backboard. It will go. It's wide open, and the Vikings make it free.
Indeed, they do. Sellars creating it again, this one off the backboard. Nobody home for HSDC, and they pay the price for it. 2 goals they need to find to at least force an overtime. They've got 2 minutes to do it. It's all in their hands.
3-1. Looking good for Vikings. They just need to hold on here. Of course, there's still 2 minutes, so plenty of time for them to drop it. But in a comfortable possession, that's all they need to do. But they're scrambling in the back line, and Alton taking full advantage.
That's a great start for them. Instead of 2 minutes to find 2, they've now got practically still 2 minutes to find 1 more to force us into an overtime. It's a scramble on the back line. HSDC, they find the goal and they put themselves in touching distance of a tie game once more.
Got by Alfax. That where it will be sent. Touch not found. Follow up from Alton. Close. We're not close enough just yet. Launch upfield to Corby, it will go. Pass has been made. RRX off the ceiling. Looking for bumps to Corby, none will be found. Great 50-50 is in front of net. Flo chance. Flo scores.
They put themselves in touching distance and now they've got it confirmed. A minute 22 seconds left to see where this game's going to go from here, and what an angle that is from Flo. Once more Flo pulling out the phenomenal act. And the tied game, kick off back in, 1 more goal could really get it out. But which game, or which side will it come for in this game?
90 seconds left. This next goal could be the winner. Will be the one to find it, as you so mentioned. Take the lead in the series, send themselves 2-1 up. Corby off the side, no connection. Onto the backboard now, denied, cleared away. Follow up touches to be found. A pass into centre from Freely. Going to come of it just yet. Here's Sellars now, pass on down, clearance away. Flo upfield, Corby can't make that connection. Alfax saved, Corby onto net, and Corby to score. Alton have the lead.
So exactly that, something out of nothing, a complete scramble again. It's a great 50-50 from Flo. Corby just beats out their man, gets it into the back of the net at a snail's pace, 14 miles per hour. 51 seconds left for the Vikings to respond. Shell shock.
4-3. Time is running out. Vikings could still bring this game back, but they have to act incredibly fast. Chasing that ball is Freely to the corner. He will send it. Pass. Not really going to be made just yet. Another try here as Sellars comes off to the corner, but a big denial and away it goes. Alfax off at the back wall. Upfield to be sent. The pass not connected upon. The shot saved by Corby.
Again, trying to come through for take 2. They need to find a goal here. Pushed across the face of goal. RRX there to find the touch. 50-50 is coming through now from Sellars, I believe, as Flo pops it back to the team. It's an awful touch from Knowlby back to Flo, and somehow they get out of that situation they almost put themselves into. Nappy Freely, last chance of the game potentially. They're able to get it into the back of the net. Sellars is there. It's an open net. It's on a golden platter. We've got a tied game once more. Boyo, it seems destined for overtime with 3 seconds remaining.
Clutching up big time, it is none other than Sellars. 3 seconds to go in our 3rd game of the series. As you mentioned, it seems like overtime is almost destined to come. Unless Flo can keep this ball up and take it long upfield. No, he cannot. 4-4, overtime for game number 3.
Next goal can be so important. 2-1 scoreline. You really want that advantage for your team here. As Flo pinches it across the space of goal. Corby there to find the touch, but it's not coming through. It's a counter-attack for the Vikings. Sellars trying to push it off of the ceiling down in field to teammate RX, though, however, with an even better play, with an even better flip reset to put it back where it came from. Alfax this time with a 50-50. He's got a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Forces 50-50 with Corby. Sellars now a little bit a boost to work with. Got the ceiling shot, got the open net. Can they force it through? It's off the crossbar somehow, but they just couldn't find the touch. They didn't have their foot to force it into the back of the net. And now the counter-attack, Corby's there to try and get it on target. Flows there as well. It's a great save on the opposite end now from Sellars. End-to-end stuff here, boy.
So many close attempts on both sides. It should have been the winner for Vikings, just could not find that finishing touch. Now upfield, RRX the follow into centre. The bump not found. Corby's shot goes wide. RRX can stay on it. We're going to look for Flo in position centre. He's already up. He can't find the shot, but Flo can turn, Flo can shoot, and Flo can most certainly score.
There we have it, Flo. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere, seems to be. Created the play, tried to get it onto RX, turned back into the play, got it just underneath the crossbar, and takes the game for Storm. 2-1 advantage in favour of the blue side. We've got it back again where the Vikings need to respond here in game 4.
Well, the Alton side take a lead once more. And I see that Corby's left the game, so I can only assume that a car change is incoming again, because he seems to like to change every single game. Nevertheless, a 2-1 scoreline for the Alton side. First to 4, of course, best of 7 it is today. So still plenty more games to be had.
Plenty more games to be had and plenty more twists and turns that this series here can take. 2-1 in favour of Storm, but Vikings, they already took a game. They took game 2. It was a little bit of trolling we saw. Corby driving backwards. We don't know in what circumstances or how legit that win really was, but they've got a proving point here. They need to bounce back. They need to get the series tied up once more, and if they've got to do it, it's got to be on their own back.
Well, important game here for the Vikings side. If they can bring this one back, a series is tied once again. If they lose this, it'll be match point against them. A launch up field already from Kalo. Up to the corner it will go. Touch right there. The Vikings could be coming off to a good start. Off the post, it will bounce off both of them. The first good chance of the game, and it will so narrowly miss out.
Corby now will take possession. No boost to work with 50-50 with Sellos. Back to Float in their back left corner. The pace of the game really slowing down as RX infield pops it up, tries to get a second touch onto it, looking for the top left corner, but nothing doing. Sellos now just one flick, cushion down from Corby to Float. Finds a hit off the sidewalk. Corby now again, little bit of boost to work with. We can really see the passing coming through from the Storm side. They're trying to just keep possession of the ball, keep themselves all involved within the play. As on the counter, freely will look for their teammate Sellars now to pick up possession. Looking just for a shot, looking potentially just for a goal, but Float back in time to deny.
The ball goes into centre. Attempted shot saved and denied. It's Corby upfield. That ball's going to roll in fine. That's an open net. No one's back. RX and Float link up perfectly. The defense shattered, and 1-0 for Alton.
I'm sure everybody around us had the same reaction as you there. You know, hey, that's an open net. And Flo's able to capitalise on it. Not quite sure what happened to the defence, but Storm's going to take it all day, every day. 3 minutes 45 left in this one. The Vikings on the back foot once more.
Slow upfield, 50-50 in front of net. The chance goes wide. And from RX into the centre will not be found either. Up to the backboard. Got onto net. Sent high by Stellars. Have to score these eventually. Finally they will. Stellars finds the opening and makes it 1 apiece.
We spoke about urban myths before, about Corby just being the only person. Hey, did he drive backwards? Did he not? I'm not quite sure I've seen anybody other than Sellars score for this Vikings side. You're looking at Alfax, you're looking at Freely. If they really want this series, they really want to come back into this one and make a statement, they need to step up to the plate and get themselves in.
Alfax into centre. And unveiled there by Corby. Sellars to the top corner of the net, will not find the back of it. IP freely up, but no one there to follow through. Chances are being made for the Vikings, but they've just not got that finishing touch, that following player, that well-timed shot, that well-timed push upfield is not being found. That's the big difference maker of why they're not getting so many great goals. They just don't have that follow-through right now, they don't have that confidence perhaps.
Deeply that way, and they're going to have to find something out of nothing. They could do it right here. Flo, though, however, to deny Corby to chase down the lost cause. Sellars back with a respawn, back with a vengeance. Just Flo up for this one, looking off the corner, looking for the read. Finds it, no angle found. However, this one not threatening the goal one bit. Alfax with a great 50-50 to just buy their teammates some time to get back into position, to get some boost and to fight the on-field defense once more. As Freely this time keeping it closer, forcing the 50-50s out where possible. Flo looking for a teammate, nothing coming through. Alfax just letting this one go to double RX. Corby already with the free jump. We've seen this one before, but nothing doing again. We can see the plays, we can see what they're trying to produce, but it's just not coming through for either of these teams.
Good capture by Flo, but that's back into centre. The defence, I don't know how they didn't get that one out. It looked like they had it. But as I go for the Vikings, they make it 2-1.
Really do, and we saw this from Flo a couple games ago. It's a great angle to come from underneath the ball to use the no-flip shot into the top right corner. It's phenomenal from Sellars. It really has truly been the talisman for this side, putting them on their backs. It's somewhat, however, if the other two teammates are able to get as much credit as Sellars is from myself, then they're truly doing something correctly. As Alphax, this ball just goes away into the centre, no one home. Any from either team get on shot onto that one as RX onto the back ball, flows up for it. We've seen this one before. Flo just the fastest in the lobby to that ball, gets the goal for a draw.
He's too quick to be stopped. 2-2. Approaching that 100-second left mark. And the Alton side are looking to go out with a bang here in game number 4, trying to take themselves to match point, potentially win it in game 5.
Essentially so. But only time will tell. RX. This one, great psycho clearance up to Flo. Flo again off the sidewalk, trying to recreate what they did just a couple games ago. RX popping this one back, maybe one more touch back to Corby, but it's awkward. It's dropped onto the shot of Sellars, really to chase it down. It's a great demo from Flo onto the back line. It's just to clear Alphax out of the play. The teammates having to get back and create the lost space, which was there. RX again onto the back board, looking for the shot, looking for the angle, gets it. But just off the post, mere margin separating these two sides. So it really just shows how close this series truly is.
Great angle, great chance, but it now goes down the other way. And Alphax will punish with the help of IP freely. And the Vikings have a lead once again. They do not want to go down easy. They want this to go the distance. And they are fighting their hardest to make that a reality.
And it seems like it truly could become a reality come the end of this game. Just a minute left, the counter-attack. You think one opportunity and Storm are going to take it with the double tap. Instantly turned around, the Vikings end up taking the lead. 3-2 the scoreline. Sellars up for this one. Flo trying to tie us up once more. Truly anything can happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a 4-2. Goals could come from any team at any point in this game.
RX upfield denied well by Sellars. Alton, they've been able to come back several games in a row now. Can they do it here again with 30 seconds left to go? The corner will be sent. It's RX upfield. Sent by Sellars and over to Flo will be found. Follow-up touch from Flo would be perfect and he'll find exactly that. Into centre now, it's dangerous. The Vikings have to be careful. Flo to the backboard. Follow-up, found. Follow-up touch once more. Flo will be the one to score it. The defense crumbled at the worst possible time.
And we saw the clutch factor come out last game from the Vikings. It seemed like where it matters the most, the easiest touch off of the backboard was not found. Flo takes it on the plateau and more 13 seconds remaining, and boy, we could be heading back to the golden goal scenario once more.
It might just be the case. So 3-3 the scoreline. This could be the winner here if RRH can follow. The touch is down. Flo is lurking, but Sellars good control. Corby can't keep it up, so we go to overtime. Game number 4, pretty similar to game 3.
Could be similar indeed. Could we have the same winners? Could we have different? It looks like it could be different. This one off the crossbar from Sellars again. Just the closest margins. Truly shows how close this series is. 2 overtimes in it as well now. Truly 2 best of the best teams here in the Student Champs battling it out.
Alright, so the ceiling. It's a dangerous touch here because the Vikings can punish. Good challenge by Flo. The Alton side made that comeback. Can they win the game now in overtime? Make it all worth it. Off to the side. It's M on RRX, but Corby stays on it. He's got no boost. Back it will go. Good challenge by RX. It's the centre. Flo is waiting. Can't receive the pass, but he plays back. He's ready once again to swing this ball into centre to try and cause Vikings some problems.
One coming off the backboard, Sellars with the close control. RX already knew where that ball was going. It's put on the plate for Corby, but Alphax didn't even have to move. The ball's being shot into them regardless of how good it was. Great pinch clearance in favour of the Vikings to bounce awkwardly for RX, but has a phenomenal read. The shot on from Sellars looking for the bump. It's really, they can't find the angle. Everybody's scrambling gas it. Sellars is going to have to do something here as their teammate went for it as the last man, but they've got a little bit of time, a little bit of space, really over making things just that tiny bit awkward. Sellars bailing them out of an awkward situation. The overtime clock keeps counting up. We still need a goal here.
Here's Corbett. Pass on down, double touch not going to be scored upon by Sellars. To the side it will go, but by IP freely. 92nd overtime played. Goal yet to be scored, of course. RX. Back to Corby. Back to Flo. Good passing all around from the Alton side. Can they find that finishing touch though? They cannot push it upfield just yet. A chance now to the backboard. Flo caught out of position, but Corby is there waiting. The touch from Flo into centre. Corby can maybe score, but to the post it will be sent, and away the ball will go.
Post on the crossbar, potentially having more goal-denying saves than the rest of the teams here combined. As Alfax trying to find the angle. Flo, the sidewall doubles from Flo have really been enabling this Storm side to levels which they may not have even imagined before that. As Alfax with no boost, just going to be pinched away from Celos. It's going to be pinched into the bottom left corner, and out of absolutely nowhere, Vikings claim game 4.
A pinch out of nowhere is the only way to describe it. Sellers and Alfax linked up amazingly. Sends that ball long, and they win game number 4. A 2-2 series score means that we've got plenty more Rocket League to be played now.
Well, we mentioned the best of 7 being turned into the best of 5, and now we've got a best of 5 being turned into a best of 3. 2 wins, 2 singular game wins of Rocket League will have you taking this series. And Boyo, which way do you think it could be going from here?
Honestly, it's so hard to call. I'm still a slight Alton believer here, but Vikings do keep impressing me. Alton, of course, had that one game, especially game number 2, where I was not happy with their performance. And that's kind of leaned me towards Vikings a little bit, but I still think I'm an Alton believer. I do think they look like the better team. Let's see if they can close it out, though.
As well, I have to say, the Vikings in that overtime, they had so many off the crossbar, off the post. It seemed like the game-winning goal was going to come for them eventually. And it did, but that chance for Storm as well, which came off the post from Flo's sidewall, just couldn't be scrambled into the net. Truly does show how close in skill these two teams are, and we've got a banger series here, and it's still ongoing.
Upfield, Flo denied to the post, it will be sent, saved by RX. Into centre now, IP Freely gets a bump on the defender, but no teammates are there to help him, no faith in the play perhaps. Sailors out of possession. Here's Flo trying to get that clearance upfield. No winning just yet. It's Corby having to try and bail the team out, but still to no success. The Vikings really putting some pressure on the Alton defence. They're holding for now, but for how long will that be the case? It might finally slip on by from Sellers.
And who else would it be but Sellers to find the opening goal? Always seems to be that player. Great 50-50 to force it through. Turns back on the opportunity. They've got a whole net looking at them if they capitalise on it. 1-0 in favour of the Vikings, and what a game to have the advantage in.
The centre. Shot taken from Flo. Not on target, not good enough. Sellers caught for just a moment, but the corner will be sent. RRX. Great bit of work of the pass on Corby will tie up the game.
And what a read it was again to get the angle, to get it over Ultrax as well. Just on top of their car, they can't do anything about it. Once it's behind them, they can't get back to it unless they backflip. It kills off all the momentum. Can't get a great touch on it, and it really shows that for RRX. Worked in the favour of them, worked in the favour of Storm as they're going for it again. Corby with the reset. RX trying to just do something. Whatever touch they would have got on the ball would have sent the ball away from the goal. It wouldn't have been productive, but Sellers in field, this one truly could be productive, but nobody intended to take opportunity of that arising outcome.
Centre now Flo up off the ball. Here comes RX, beaten by Sellers. Great speed coming out from the star player of the Vikings. It's Corby now into centre. Past one it will go. Shot onto net. That'll be finding it from Flo, and that'll be a lead from Alton.
Indeed it will. Corby seems to be creating things with delicate touches, just setting up their teammate. Storm have been doing it all series long, and this time it truly works out. Flo the goal scorer, and Vikings need to respond once more.
Vikings have work to do. From the deficit, plenty of time, only 90 seconds has gone by. Shot taken by RRX, not going to find the back of it. It's rushing to net, ready to defend. Great defensive work. That one's just barely wide as well from Alfax. Sellers into centre of the backboard. No one there to follow up. Good catch by RRX, and away that ball will go.
It will, but only back so far to follow this one off the post. However, the dicing with danger Oh, the Viking side. Corby's got possession once more. This one onto the backboard, cleared away, however, by Alfrex. Flows up for it, looking for RX on the backboard. No angle to be found. It's sent wide. Could just be sent into an open net. But really, this is the golden opportunity of a lifetime to tie up this game. And it goes a-begging. Storm still up 2-1. But only for so long as Sellars. Who else but Sellars? I need to know how many goals this man scored in this series, because it's got to be so many, pulling them out of tough times time and time again. This one rifled into the top corner. We've got a tied game once more here.
There's been very few goals on the side of Viking that have not been scored by Sellars. Man is on a mission right now to try and win this series, and it is working out well. 2-2 in both game and series. And if he's really going to keep it that way for now with a good save, Alfax upfield to make it 3. Sellars, I'm not giving you credit for that one. That was robbery, but it is a Sellars goal once again.
Well, you may not need to give them credit, because the game will do that for them. Sellars snipes it on the goal line, but the plays coming out from Vikings. This game going from top to bottom, being flipped on its head multiple times. The flip being switched, the script being flipped. Whichever way you want to put it can go either direction from here. We might not even end up as a Vikings win. It could be a blowout from Storm come the end of it. We really don't know which way this dice will roll.
High scoring games every single time of these two teams. Sellars off to the side, into centre it will go. A chance for RRX will be denied well to the corner. Pass to centre. Good shot by Flo. It's all tied up.
All tied up indeed, Kobe. This one, it just rolls across. Somebody should have got a touch on that ball, but it didn't come. And Storm tied the game. And boy, it's really hard to try and procrastinate which way this game can go, because no one's really been on top for long periods. Everybody's had their opportunities, everyone's been taking their chances as well. With blowout scorelines, you really don't know which way it's going to go. It's just a throw and you hope, and we can sit here and enjoy good rock.
Off the post, that one will bounce on out. RRX to Corby, finds the opening pass to the defender, off to the side, well it will go into centre now. Good catch there by RRX. Follow up touch. Not connected upon, he's got no flip to play it. Corby up long. IB freely. Into that field to flow OB. Sellars taking his time. Got plenty of it unchallenged. But the shot not going to be substantial enough.
This one from Corby could be. It's onto the backboard. It just enables flow. It's a great goal line save, but can only do so much. Cancelo stops it on the goal line, stops the original shot from going in, but RRX is there to bundle it over the line, and Storm take the lead, potentially in the driving seat to take this game as well.
Good work from Alton. 4-3. A minute to go. The winner of this game, of course, heading to match point for game 6. Could be our final game. Who knows if we'll get that granted game 7 we've been so waiting for. Into centre now. Alton want to be the team at match point. They want to have that advantage. And they're doing a great job to find it. RRX to make it 5.
And finally, the 2-goal advantage comes from one of these teams, and you think it's the goal which can potentially shut the other one out. Should be the one which claims game number 5 and puts them in pole position to take the series, but a minute left. And with this series, absolutely anything can happen. Can't even say that I'd be surprised if I can see Vikings come back, but with a third, the Storm could surely, confidently seal it off.
Upfield, that might just be in. Off the post, it will not be saved, and the Vikings get their Chelsea 4th one back into the action. That ball slowly sinks in, and of course it's scored by Sellars.
Indeed it is, and who else but Sellars to find the 4th of the game. Now, it truly would be a story for somebody else to step up and score the equaliser. Sellars with a pinch, however, it's not going to go anywhere other than into Freely's possession. Looking for the pop over. Sellars again, one touch, it's down off the ceiling. Alfrax is there, but everybody misses the ball. Can allow a shot from Double RX to close off this game. Corby will claim it on the line. 30 seconds remain. Storm have scored 6. Vikings have scored 4, and it seems like Storm are going to be taking this game.
Certainly looks that way with 28 seconds left. I can't imagine a comeback to be found now, but we have seen crazier things like Corby driving backwards for half a game. So maybe, just maybe, there's a chance here for the Vikings. Flow off to his own net to pass it back to Corby. Pinch up field from RRX. Denied well by the Vikings side. Sellars, he's have to pull off a miracle. This is the start of that miracle. Great save from Flo, and away that ball will go.
Away it will go, and away out of the hands does this game 5 go from the Vikings. They've got 3 seconds left because Sellar scored a 5th, and it just would sum up this series, wouldn't it? Where you're going to see an equaliser out of this next 3 seconds.
Well, let's see if we can see one. I don't have the confidence, but maybe Vikings do. They can pull off something magical here in the last 3 seconds off the kickoff. Toss to the side, the Southbacks rising up for it. Passes into centre. The shot not connected. And Alton take game 3. They head to match point.
My oh my boy, this series has got absolutely everything. We mentioned it before about it going to 7. Storm won't want it to be the case. They want to close it out here in 6. But the scoreline reflects the Storm are up 3, Vikings up 2. And somebody's got to win this next game, and God knows who it could be after what we've just witnessed.
Yeah. Well, if it goes away of the Alton side, the series will be over. The day will be coming to a close. If the Vikings can take it, we'll have a Game 7 on our hands. One last game to close it on out. Sellars has been incredible for the Vikings, doing everything that he can, but still it's not been enough. This Alton team, maybe just too good.
The kickoff goal will put them in the right direction. It's Alfax to claim the goal. This time, not Sellars, as Vikings put themselves in a very good position. But to sit here and say at the end of this 5 minutes we will have a 1-0 scoreline is extremely unlikely given the circumstances.
Well, only 2 seconds going on by, already 1-0. And I am so unsurprised that we're going to probably have another high-scoring game. The question is, whose favour will it be in? With Flo sending that upfield, RRX to try and connect, no success. Bumped off that ball and away it will be going. Might be Freely. Off to the backboard, caught by Flo. Shot to the backboard, follow-up touch not found. And Sellars to centre, IP Freely off to the backboard. Corby needs a clearance away, not going to be the best. Sellars, can he follow? No, he cannot.
However, touch into the centre. Corby with an awkward clearance. He's going to be pounced upon by Sellard. 2 players up, Vikings. Freely just taking their time with it. Comes off the ceiling, looking for the backboard and able to find the touch. This one, however, will come onto the backboard from Sellars. His shot is cleared away by Corby. It seems like it's the first time we've seen Storm stuck in their own defensive quarters, as all the Vikings chances seem to be coming out of absolutely nowhere. No sustained periods of pressure, but maybe this is where it all changes for the Vikings and they start to get it into their own grasp. Sellars trying to find the angle. Flo though with an even better save, with an even better speedy shot here as well, straight into the bottom left corner. Flo, we mentioned it before, just so quick to every single challenge, to every single ball, and they claim another goal.
1 apiece. Rosa finds it, and Alton to tie things up once again. The Viking lead can only last so long, because Alton are here to play.
Sellars, this one onto the backboard, looking for the double touch. Freely is going to find the shot, but double RX with an even better save to match Sellars. Slowing this one down, doesn't have enough boost to make a play. Picks up the right corner though instead, spawns just as they come over it. A little bit of stroke of luck might be what they need here through the Vikings. It's Freely taking up possession here, trying to get it past Sellars, trying to get it to Sellars even, who gets it past all the defenders. Could just be an open net, but it's not going to drop fast enough or kindly enough as double RX finds the clearance.
Low to the side. A launch up here from Sellars. Caught well by Corby. A pass on out to the side. He can't find the follow-up touch. Needs some help from some teammates. Waiting back. It's Flo. Corby will get the clearance away. A launch up field. Follow-up touch. Not found as Corby actually ends up on the ceiling instead of the ball.
Sellars, however, finds himself underneath the ball, trying to get it into the back of the net. Freely's there for the shot. It's onto the crossbar. Flo had it covered anyway every day of the week. Double RX on the counter-attack, looking for the quick reset. Gets it onto the net, but denied away by Sellars once more. Flo coming in for the ricochet into the bottom right corner. Storm's got the lead again.
Look at the confidence here from RRX. He knows this is a goal. He just sits still and watches his teammates score. Flo, of course, is not going to disappoint.
Never seen 2. We've got the 2 talisman here going battle going neck and neck. Sellars and Flow really ramping up the scorelines for their respective teams. As Sellars finds yet another, ties the game up once more, boyo. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last that I've said that this day.
And Sellars refuses to lose easily. Straight off the kickoff will find another goal. That is his second kick-off goal for Vikings this game. And with half the game to go, it's all tied up once again.
It is, with half the game remaining. We said it before, it can truly go anywhere. RX with the pre-jump onto the backboard, gets the dunk, it's got to be bundled in. And who else but Flew to come out with the credit for this goal?
If we can't have a second without a goal being scored, double touch from RRX, lands on Corby's card, and Flo gets the final touch, and he makes it 3-2.
Well, predictions coming in of when the next goal shall be scored, as Flo's already up for it, looking for the double touch, looking for the angle, looking for a teammate, finds it, RX runs it into the top left corner, and we think Storm 2-0 advantage, but they've broken it up before, they've lost these before. Vikings need to respond, otherwise their series is done.
Well, we didn't have to wait long to find that second goal, that fourth goal I guess, I should say, sorry. The 4-2 the scoreline now. Vikings, as you said, will have to act fast, and mainly Sellars will have to score some great goals as well. Dalton, they want this game won, they don't want to go to game 7, they don't want to give us that gift. Upfield it will be sent, caught well by Corby. The backboard now launched away, Flo to send it upfield in towards net, saved by IP Freely. Sellars, he's in possession, of course he is. Looking for the dunk, can't find it. Corby, great control, great launch upfield, and it's Flo to Corby once again, into centre off the back with the pre-jump not going to be found. That shot's long, that shot's high. Can Sellars score it? Yes, he can.
And who else but Sellars? Every single time the ball gets sent onto the backboard, they're there to score it. They're there to score it in front of the net, any which angle possible. However, boyo, they need to find one more to equalise this game.
One more is still needed, as you say, with 90 seconds left. Can they find it in time? If it's going to be anyone, it's going to be Sellars. Denied well by Flo. To the corner it will fall. Into centre now, RRX and Flo trying to work together for that goal. Not going to find it just yet. There's RRX now dropping it down into centre, denied, cleared away. Flo rushing back. Sellars into centre. Flo misses his touch, but bailed out by his teammate Corby.
Double RX. Just to keep this one in the air. All three players going, however, for Storm. Corby with an all-important touch, give themselves that little bit of time. Sellars flick over, Float there to beat them out. However, double RX, it's an awkward flick. It could just go into the back of the net. Nobody has enough juice to challenge it and to get the pace off of that ball. It just ends up in the back of the net. Double RX potentially sealing the game here for Storm.
5-3, a minute to go. And Alton extend their lead once again. Worry will come for the Vikings side. They thought they had a comeback on their hands, but Alton say otherwise.
Double RX clearing this one away. Sellars to regain possession. They need to find 2 goals in less than a minute. This one, however, onto the backboard. Flew with a miss. Great bump though from Corby, just to pop the offense from Vikings away from that ball, just delaying the time where possible. Boyo, I believe we've got a very faint idea of where this series could be headed, but still everything to play for.
Comes all around, the pass into centre, another goal for Alton, and it would secure it. Big save from Sellars, but they need to get on offense. They finally get that ball up field, but it's too slow. RRX off to the side. Sellars back on the ball, Alfax backs off. Sellars goes solo. It's not going to be enough. That shot from Alfax weak. That's off the bar. It's an open net for Sellars, and he will slot it in. He has 5 seconds. There is time for the Vikings, but they have to do something incredible off the kickoff.
They really, really do, and there's only be one thing to happen with 5 seconds remaining, and that is by the end of the 5 seconds that Sellars has got 5 goals to their name. It's a thing we really, really need here as time starts to slip down. We're practically already in 0-second territory. Storm don't want anything to do with the fairy tale of Sellars, and they close this series out 4-2.
A big win by the end of it for Alton. They clutch up and avoid the comeback. 4-2. Alton end the season on top of the Swiss, not losing a single series. Unfortunately, Of course, only one loss will be coming the way of that York College Vikings side. That's still a great performance overall, and they should certainly be proud of themselves.
They really, really should, and it truly was a battle of the two top teams going at it. We saw that fluorescently on the field, both two teams giving us an absolute showing, and if anything, it was absolutely entertaining Rocket League.
Well, with all that said, that is all we have for today. Great work from all teams involved, and of course, huge thank you for them all for giving it a great showing. But that's all the Rocket League we have for today, and I believe that's all the Rocket League we're going to have for the split, the NCL Vikings. Having a great performance, of course, earlier on, winning their match, and then we saw the HSDC Storm Alton, and they gives their full title for once, won their final series of the day, going 6-0 in the Swiss stage. Domination all throughout the season, all throughout this winter split. But thank you, of course, for watching. That is all we have for today. I've been Boyle Royal, joined by Potter. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.